Welcome to SA News. This is Xavier Ramirez, and so excited to speak to Shila Ommi on her new film, Elemental. We know her from doing so many fabulous things, and now we're seeing her in a Pixar film. Welcome to SA News.
Thank you so much for having me.
SA News speaks to Iranian-American actress and filmmaker Shila Ommi, discussing her work in the upcoming theatrical release of the Disney and Pixar all-new animated feature film, Elemental.
Nothing weird going on here.
Just a little pruning.
Water is always getting into something.
Help!
And fire?
As ordered.
We run a little hot.
Telling this immigrant story and being out there representing for your country, for yourself, for women. What does that mean to be chosen to do that?
God, it's such an honor for me. First of all, it's such an honor for me to be part of a culture that has these incredible women that are spearheading the woman life freedom movement. Because they're trying to make their country a better place for everyone. And I just love people that are trying to make this world a better place for everyone. And to be part of, this, it's a bucket list moment for me, not just to be part of a Pixar and Disney project, but a project that's dealing with such an important issue for me as an immigrant and so many people that I know. Most of us who are playing the main characters are all immigrants, from Ember, who's played so beautifully by Leah Lewis with that raspy, woody voice of hers, just melts me, and Wade, Mamoudou Athie, immigrant, my husband, played by Bernie, Cinder's husband, by Ronnie del Carmen, is Filipino American. I'm from Iran, so we're all immigrants, and everything that Ember was going through resonated with me. Wow. Being an immigrant myself and a daughter of immigrants, that wanting to make your family happy, wanting to make your family proud. And we immigrants also have a tendency to constantly want to make our host country happy with us and proud. And so we end up being really hard workers. And I love that.
Really excited about this movie, seeing you're playing a resident matchmaker in the town of Firetown. Can you explain to me what this character means to you? What does it mean for you to be in this type of film?
I cannot believe my great fortune that Peter Sohn, who's the brilliant wizard director and co-writer of this film, actually based the character of Cinder on his Korean mom, who's an immigrant. And so it was such an honor for me. It was so important for me to do a very, very good job and to bring as much heart and truth to this character as I could. And what's amazing is that of all the characters I've ever played on film or stage, Cinder is the closest to me. It's amazing, even though I am speaking in an accent that we came up with. It's a Firish accent, which isn't a human accent. It was something that Peter and I kind of came up with together based on the language that was created for the show. So other than that accent, the fact that she's a matchmaker, and she's very proud of being a matchmaker, this is what I do. And I don't do it well like Cinder. Unfortunately, I have friends who yell at me over my tendencies, but she's so much who I am. And I'm very nurturing. I don't have children of my own, but I'm very nurturing and mother-like, and I am an immigrant. So there are a lot of similarities.
Every time we see a Pixar film, we have this thing where we learn life's lessons, right? We learn, we grow, and it's great because these movies are made for children, but they're really made for the whole family. Can you share with me what attracted to you to be a part of such a grandiose animation film?
I can't believe my great fortune. I feel so honored. I'm going to cry. Well, I was just amazed. Peter contacted me, and I couldn't believe that out of all these amazing actors and voiceover artists in the world, that he would choose me. I'm just gonna cry. It's amazing. Pixar, as you know, consistently creates generation-defining works, and it's come to define what good animation not only looks like, but what it feels like, what it sounds like. And this Elemental is just so stunningly designed to create this immersive big screen experience, as you saw in it. And I feel like people really should do their best to see it in the theater, because it's made for that, and it's such a journey.
So you've never left Firetown?
Sorry, buddy. Elements don't mix.
Hey!
Plus, my dad would boil you alive.
Why does anyone get to tell you what you can do in your life? Come on! Why do they even have these?
Who knows?
I know when I take my kids to these movies, there's always a discussion afterwards. There's a post-discussion talking about the learned lesson. Without giving any spoilers, what are your feelings about the learned lesson in this film?
So it's obviously an immigrant story. The learned so there's so many lessons in that. For me, being an immigrant, I'm just watching the movie. I cried on so many different moments of it with joy. That it's like, oh, somebody gets me. We're not alone. But the main lesson, in my opinion, is that our differences, when we come together with our differences, they make us better. We make one another better. It's like this alchemy that happens. It's just like with chemicals, that you put two chemicals together and energy goes up and they create another chemical, and it's better than either. They're all amazing, but just that combination is just a better version of everyone.
As a producer and as a director yourself, when you come along to be a part of a project like this, you know that they're coming at you, asking you for a variety of things. How does your background and your experience producing, directing help in working on a film like this?
It makes me work even harder as an actor or a voiceover artist, because I know how much energy is involved in producing and especially directing. So I just try to be the absolute best that I can be, just so I'm not only not a problem for the producing, directing team, but that I can pull my own weight and to be as good as I can be for them. Just out of the compassion that I feel for what they're going through. I know as directors, they wake up from the moment they open their eyes. They are bombarded with thousands of questions a day. That's just not human. I just have a lot of empathy for them.
Right.
And the producers. And this team, Denise Ream and Peter Sohn, oh my God, what a dream team to be working with. They're so lovely and so incredible.
Try this!
Dad, those are too hot.
I love hot food.